Welcome back once again. And my co-host is Julie. How are you, Julie?
Good morning, Seewing. I'm fine. How are you?
Very good. Fine. Thank you. My partner in crime, Julie. So I appreciate your time. You always have some great perspective.
Thank
Uh,
you.
so thank you so much. And we have some very exciting topics to discuss. So without further ado, let me share my screen and let's get it rolling.
Yes.
And the topic is, Julie, is doors, 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 and more doors.
Yeah. Those deals, and more deals. I love it.
You know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm
Oh, absolutely. I love the screen, all the doors.
All right. So what I'm trying to say, every single day when you click on a YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, social media, you're going to have some real estate gurus out there. They're promoting, I know, for the name of clickbait, for the name of views and all that, and subscribers. Everybody want subscribers and have you. Everybody's capitalist. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I do the same things. But people, this is just over the top, right? But when regular innocent consumers out there, investors out there, especially newbies, when they hear, when they see this type of videos, this kind of contents, it creates so much distortion, so much misleading things. So what I'm trying to say is, this is look. I'm not gonna pick on anybody, but there's so much YouTubers out there. What they do, I'm giving an example. They invite a young kid fresh out of high school with no credit, no job, no money to invest, no capital, and then they go over this typical kid. I'm not only focused on this guy. This is one example. This young kid, 18 years old, right out of high school, maybe even a high school dropout. In the space of 1 year, he have accumulated 81 units.
Oh, my goodness.
81
Wow.
doors. Really?
Wow. That's a lot.
You have to dive deeper. And I watched the contents of this video. Just one example, Julie. I also challenge you from time to time. I know you're very busy also. Just watch some of these contents. Just watch below the headlines. Whether this headline is factual, whether it's just true, whether it's hype, we don't know, right? But so this type of contents, it is doing the people this service. It's just not practical. So at the end of the day, once I watch this kind of content, and among many others I can find very easy out there in the wild west of the YouTube world, right? Really, this guy, this young kid, he's a guinea pig. He doesn't own 81 units. He did not use 25% down payment to get a Fannie Mae conventional loan to buy a property that with his own down payment money. He owned maybe a small fraction of this 81 units. How small? Maybe each unit, maybe he got 1% share of the entire portfolio, for example. He didn't come up with the money. All the investors that he are helping are putting down all the down payments, all the capital, right? He does all the people in this kind of scenario. He does not own these units outright.
Right.
He owns very small fractional shares. Doing very creative financing, seller financing, distressed sellers, buying some really low-cost properties, which I will share in the next few slides. All right. So, Julie, what are your thoughts when you see this type of contents? What are your thoughts?
Oh, the headline is definitely attention grabbing for sure. But I think that's obviously the whole idea, to get you to watch and buy into whatever it is that they're selling. But I think, again, you just have to, like you said, read between the lines. Don't just stop at the headline. Look at the actual content and really dissect. I haven't seen the video, so I can't really comment on what he's talking about. But yeah, just have to learn how to read between the lines to really understand what's happening, so you don't get caught up in something that just is not going to make sense for your goals or your strategies.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Hold your thought, Julie. So as we're going down a presentation, then you have then you may have additional thoughts, right? Again, another content, scaling to 100 units is very easy. You can do it within 1 month. We talk about doors. Then we talk about units. Wow.
Mhm.
That's a great deal. Deals, every other word. When they do their presentation, you got to get a good deal. If not a good deal, don't buy. You got to buy 80% below market value. You got to find a stressful seller, motivated sellers. You have to go to the multiple listing service. You have to make 1,000 offers.
Oh my goodness.
And one of the motivated seller will sell his property to you at 80% discount, so he can get seller financing using other people's money, so he can sell up to 1,000 units per individual.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, these content creators, they're selling a coaching program. They're upselling you something, right? When you
Right.
subscriber, they will hit you up with all kind of email marketing. Oh, sign up for this program. We'll make you rich overnight, whatever. And you pay tens of $20,000-$30,000 a coaching fee. You normally or otherwise would use that money to put a down payment for your own property, and yet you get upsell with all the coaching program. At the end of the day, you pay 30 grand for a coaching program from this marketing hype. Then you have money left over to buy a property. Have you not experienced one of your friends have gone?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I've known a few people to go through that process and not come out with anything. You spend a lot of money in marketing, you spend a lot of money to the coaches, and you end up with nothing. It's really unfortunate. But I think, like all marketing, they prey on your emotions. And it doesn't really allow the consumer to do the work because you're trusting that they know what they're talking about. So they're on YouTube, right? It must be true. Oh, anyway, but again, it's just about doing your due diligence. Yeah.
Another content, right? Have you noticed this same blueprint? They always invite a guest who are typically very young, very gullible. Okay. A young kid, single, right out of college or right out of high school, and you use that young kid as guinea pig, right? And you surround this young kid with a whole bunch of savvy investors who have the capital, and these young kids will go get the deal, sign the contract, do the subject to contract, whatever it is, right? And then when they find these young kids, they have nothing else better to do. They don't have a job, a really regular job. So they go out there and spend hours and hours per day, and they find a motivated seller, right? And they think, oh, my partner is 100 of you. Yeah, go ahead and put your down payment money and buy this distressed property. A great deal. Buy this door, buy this 4 doors, 5 doors, multi-unit, whatever. And in one of those low quality neighborhood, which I will share them momentarily. So in this, another example of this young kid going from 1 door to 37 doors in a mere 1.5 years. And this 22-year-old kid will retire financial free for the rest of his life, living off living off $200,000 of passive income per month.
Wow.
From 37 units.
I'll take it.
Is what I just said true or false? Most likely.
Most likely false. I would be very curious to see how they could come up with those numbers.
Yeah. Again, I'm not going to go in deeper. I did not particularly watch this inside this content, but you watch hundreds of this on a daily basis. You see the blueprint. You see how they do it, how they pull you in, how they fish you in. Anyway, another content from duplex to almost 100 rental units, just like that. I don't know how long it took this particular person. But anyway, you get the idea. I could go
right. Yeah.
Every single day, when you click on a real estate investor on YouTube, Google YouTube, and you will find this kind of contents. Okay, with that in mind, all right. So let's say I'm a regular guy watching this great opportunities. So what I'm going to do? Oh, since there are so many people obtaining so many doors, so many units, it's time for me to go to Home Depot and go door shopping.
Door shopping. There you go.
All right. So I enter Home Depot. Oh, I find this door.
Oh my goodness.
The living room door. Okay. So I'm going to buy this door. Okay. Then I'm going to diversify my doors.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to buy a different kind of door, a window door, a closet door. Then I'm going to further diversify my portfolio.
Oh my goodness.
Into a garage door. and then double door, and then a single door.
Oh my goodness.
At the end of the day, then now that I now as a guest, I have credibility. So then I'm gonna promote myself and get invited as a guest to any of the many YouTube content creators out there. And I'm gonna tell them, oh, I have $100, 100 units.
We just won't tell them you got them at Home Depot.
You think those YouTube content creators gonna do a background check? They're gonna trust me. Oh wow, this Asian guy, wow, I trust him. He has $100.
Oh my goodness. I hope it's not that simplified what they're doing. That would be terrible though.
So many YouTube content creators, social media sites, Instagram, Facebook ads, and the so-called real estate gurus, I call them fake gurus. They often promote how often they use the word doors, how often they use the word units. Every other word come out of there, the YouTube gurus, when they do a presentation on their videos, deals. Every other word, deals, gotta get deals done. You gotta find the right deal. Oh,
wow. That's a lot to take in.
Look, I've been doing it for 20-some years, right? I've been helping investors for several decades. I see this kind of content, it just makes me laugh. I know what they're doing. But
right, yeah.
Normal, innocent, gullible consumer or newbie investors, they have no clue. They might believe these kind of things. They might believe they need a lot of doors in order to financially retire free. What if somebody buy a real property, not just fractional shares? And could make the argument, you as a young investor, like example we just showed, a lot of the doors they accumulated, they don't own 100%. They are fractional owners. They are part owner of a REIT, real estate investment trust, like a mutual fund. They invest $1,000 into a real estate investment trust, into a real estate mutual fund. If that mutual fund consists of a 100-unit apartment units, they own a fractional shares of that.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
right.
100 apartment, that makes up part of their REIT, REIT, real estate investment. That young kid owns one share out of 1,000 shares. So he only put in like $1,000. He put in $1,000 in the syndication. He could technically say he owned $100. Can he not?
Yeah, well, that's true. Technically, yeah. That makes sense.
That's correct. He's not lying. He might be manipulating. He might be misleading people. He does own $100, but that whole come from a syndication, come from a ownership.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That makes sense.
Let's say they're going to buy a cheap area. Okay, a lot of these content creators, some people might know this face, but I'm not going to mention his name. I'll be discreet. Every day, YouTube videos, buy rentals in cheap places. That's how you scale your doors. That's how you scale your units. In each 30-minute video, this content creator put down, for every 1,000 words they present, every other word has to incorporate the word deal.
Oh my goodness.
Deal. The drum roll, please.
Wow.
$9,000 somewhere in the Midwest.
Georgia in the South. Yeah.
Deals. You buy this distressed property from a distressed seller and get in 10, 15, 30 partners. Everybody gathered in. Your money. Buy this distressed door on this fixed rubber property. You get it at 50% discount. Whatever discount you buy, you rehab, you refinance, and you rent and you repeat. Very common investment methodology over the years, especially the past 2 years, right?
Right.
So this content creator, they love to use the BRRRR concept. Anybody can do the BRRRR because you keep on repeating. You can see you scaling from BRRRR BRRRR strategy into another, repeat it multiple times. The next few years, then you have 100 doors that you own yourself. So this kind of properties are typically you buy out there. I mean, there's so many places they have this. Look, this house is 34,000. It's right here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, these are kind of distressed homes. Another one, 67,500. A lot of rehabbers, fix and flip. They are successful in buying this property. I'm not saying 100% of these content creators are misleading people. I'm not saying that. There are some successful situations where this works. Am I right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it can work.
But to paint the picture that everybody, especially the newbie investors, gonna
Yeah.
a newbie investor coming from California or New York State in a high market, thinking they could get into these kind of deals from out of state. You know how challenging that is?
Oh, I can't even imagine. Yeah, that wouldn't be realistic, especially if you don't have the ability to pick up and move to the state. It would be really impossible. I won't say impossible, anything's possible, but it would be very challenging.
Yeah, I could see if a local investor in this neighborhood that live there all their lives, that
Right.
that know how to rehab, that know how to buy,
Right.
because they know the neighborhood so well over the years, and
Right.
they have a crew, they have a rehab team, they have the capital, they can become very successful in their local market. Am I
Right.
quite wrong?
That makes sense.
Because they are full-time contractors, full-time rehabbers in their local market. They know very well. They have a team. They have everything, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, they can be successful. Here's my philosophy. I've been practicing for several decades now, and I own a lot of rental properties and guiding our out-of-state turnkey investors over decades to buy out-of-state turnkey cash flow properties. So here's my real estate philosophy. People out there, look, you may disagree with me. That's fine. Respect people's opinion. Since I'm doing this YouTube video, I am entitled to express my opinion because I believe in my philosophy. It worked over on my own personal growth financially, and as well of hundreds, if not thousands, investors that follow my mentorship, follow my guidance over many years in buy in right market. So my philosophy is this: as a risk investor, you mom and pop investor, particularly newbies out there, you buy the rocket, you own it 100%. No partners. If you make the mistake of using a partner, just like a marriage, the percentage of failure, how many divorce, historically speaking, when you marry a partner, 50% divorce rate when you have a partner.
I believe that. Yes.
Real estate partnerships are no different. I tried to partner with some syndication years ago, but I learned my lesson. You use partners, the risk multiplies. What I mean by that, your partner, whether one partner or 100 partners or 1,000 partners that going in on a deal with you, you could be investing with a crook. You could be investing with a partner who are an incompetent idiot. And your third party general partner on a syndication, whatever, you are pulling your money along with hundreds of other investors, your money into real estate syndication, whatever, the general partner who have total management of that portfolio on your behalf of that syndication, they will charge you an exorbitant amount of fees. The fees so they can manage your portfolio in that syndication. Whether you make a profit or not, at the end of the day, they still get the fees in advance. At the end of the day, you could become the trifecta victim with a partnership.
That is very true.
Investing with a crook, with an incompetent idiot, investing with your general partners who churn your account, who take a percentage of the upfront fees before you get the rest of the money if you make a profit at all.
Interestingly enough, that partner could be a family member too.
That's what could be.
A family member of a close friend, yeah.
Years ago, I did investing with a close relative, a close friend, but I learned my lesson. I never partner with anybody, let alone my own relative, my own friends. So what do you, being a turnkey investor yourself, you are the owner, you and your husband is the owner of a whopping 6 property portfolio. You and your husband bought 100%, no partners. Do you agree with my philosophy, with my commandment?
Oh, I definitely would. And like I said, I would probably the only partner I would do it with would be my husband. And you got to make sure you got a solid marriage. The process can try your marriage as well. But yeah, I think so many people fall for these different programs, these different gurus. And they're not looking beneath the iceberg like we've talked about. They're looking at the surface like, oh, I can make all this money, but you're not looking at the details of really what it entails. And at the end of the day, are you really going to make any money? When they do these class action lawsuits with these large companies like AT&T or whatever, and they send you this mega list of all the things that you need to do to get this money. And then when you look at the fine print, they say each person will get like $25. Okay, they're going to be sued for like $1 billion, but this person's only going to get 25. It's like, it's not even worth your time to read the paperwork. So I think that's the main thing. Read between the lines, read the bottom line, and make sure that you're going into it to do it the way you taught us to do it, where we were able to buy it for ourselves. We used a couple of different strategies, leveraging, and then as well as doing it in our retirement. We own the properties. We have full control of the properties. We can buy, sell, exchange, give away, whatever we want to do with the properties because they're in our names. So that's a better way, in my mind, to do it. It worked for us, and it can work for you.
That's right. Exactly. You have total control. The property
Correct.
is 100% property. Is a hard
Right.
asset. You can touch it. You can feel it. You can control it. You can manage it. It is yours. It's your decision that you have to make. If you screwed up, it's on you. You have no one else to blame. Okay, let's continue. Here's the thing. Buy these real doors instead. What I mean by that, in fact, you don't need to buy $100. Some people do own $100 for real by themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. A lot of my friends, I don't own that many. I may not want to own that many. I do not own that many. I don't own $100. I don't need $100. All I need is any of you out there, if you're listening, all you need is 3 to 5 of this rental. I call it rental property.
There you go.
High quality rental properties. That's all you need. You
That's
don't
true.
need to scale to 50 houses or 100 houses or how many doors and how many units. You need to get this stupid
Correct.
doors and units from your vocabulary. Get rid of this stupid, idiotic, overblown doors, units, or deals. Get rid of it, okay? Because this is, it's not good, okay? It's just not practical. It's just, it's overhyping, it's misleading. It just causes you so much. And anyway, so all you need is to buy 3 to 5, sometimes more, depending on your capital requirements, depending on what your goals are, short term, intermediate term, long term, depending how much money you have. And you can buy 3 to 5, sometimes more, and invest for long term, 10 years or more, and then you'll reap your financial reward long term down the road. Okay, slow,
Exactly.
not exciting. See, all this people promote exciting stuff, exciting properties, a lot of hype, a lot of excitement. It's just exciting. No, the way you create long term generational wealth is by boring property. I see the word boring.
That's boring. True. It's boring. It's not sexy, but it works.
Oh, yeah, I like the word sexy.
Yeah.
It's not sexy. You buy and hold for a very long time. It's a long grind.
Correct.
Anyway, my philosophy, and you fully embrace it because you're part of my network and you brought to my network using my investment methodology. You buy long distance, you buy remotely, you buy turnkey, mostly new builds, not all. Cash flow rentals at 25% down payment. And here's the blueprint. I'm not going to cover this slide too much, but for those of you guys watching my video, you can pause this slide and just go over the outline why I love the aspect of buying new construction for all the things are stated all here. Okay, so let's move on because I have quite a few more things to cover. I don't want to make this video too long. Anyways, buy new construction in good location, what have you. And of course, the strategy is to use Fannie Mae lending guidelines to buy 1 to 4 units, maximum 10 max loans per person. If you go beyond 10 Fannie Mae lending guidelines, you can go with DSCR in the debt service, credit ratio. We're not going to get into this advanced lending strategies. You can watch my other YouTube channels to get a deep dive on that. And of course, you diversify your portfolio. You buy a few properties in one market. You buy 2 or 3 properties in another market, just like mutual fund, just like asset allocation, diversification, because every market is different. Every local market is different. So this do not put all eggs in one basket as you scale your income properties long term. Make sense?
There you go. Very much. Yeah, very much. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I'm not going to go over this pro forma, but again, if you're going to play this video, you pause this pro forma and digest these numbers yourself. Having to said that, this is some of the sample property you can buy, all yours 100%, hopefully,
Mhm.
or probably in Lawton, Oklahoma, new construction, 150K, amazing. You cash
Yes.
flow a couple of $100. But what we all know, a person does not live on cash flow alone. You have to look at the total return, all aspects. We're not going to cover that. We covered this numerous times on our other video. Cash flow is just one small component of your wealth building. This one market is in Oklahoma, another market in Florida, Central Florida, for example.
Mhm.
New construction, you get a rate buy down by the builder. None of it is out of your money. You get a great mortgage rate. The builder give you a lot of incentive, low cost, fast growing growth market, new construction, 25% down payment. The numbers work well. You cash. This is another, or you can buy a duplex brand new somewhere in Florida for less than 400 grand. Good rental. All the numbers make sense. So you can see all the numerical metrics down here. Digest this on your own. You could even buy a fourplex new construction in growing areas and country. You will never find any kind of quad. The cost is so low as you can get in this South Texas. Just a sample, just a small sample size of how much you can do by scaling your portfolio in the right way, calling each of your property is a nice high level asset class income property. Each property you buy, don't call it a door, don't call it a unit. When people call it a door and unit, they talk about multi-units, they talk about syndication, they talk about things that we just discussed. It's just a bad terminology to help people. Anyway, okay, of course, you surround yourself with a great team, right? We have a local market that will supply you with a good, reputable property managers. You have boots on the ground in all the markets and all the property you buy in each area. When you have this network of a team, you can create, that's icing on a cake. And we talk about this quite often, Julie, but we're not going to go over too much. But 40% of your profit is visible, passive income and the appreciation. But a lot of things that are not visible when you own a great income property long term is the tax benefits, using leverage, 30-year fixed rate mortgage, a powerful tool that can leverage
Right.
through other people's money. And equity growth, the principal pay down, your renter is going to pay down your loan over the years. So you have increasing your equity. That's the tip of the iceberg. Okay. Yeah. And of course, in the end, you can vouch for that. You only have 6 rentals. But using our investment methodology, if you buy 10 of these great properties over time, or only a 30, doesn't matter. Turnkey approach, in the end, all you spend is an hour to 2 hours
Per month.
not.
I can definitely vouch for that. Yes. I can definitely vouch for that. And like I said, once you get everything locked down, everything is seamless from that point on.
You have a testament.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
And of course, a great legendary investor, Mr. Warren Buffett, says, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. There's a lot of fear out there, but
There's a lot of fear.
that's why, as an investor, we need to be a contrarian.
There
Right
you
now,
go.
you pray, I hate to say this word, you prey on other people's fear because we are getting a great deals in this market when
Right.
there's very little competition. But
Mhm.
if the mortgage rate continue to go down in the next 6 to 12 months, all those people come
Mhm.
off the sideline and they gonna get into the investment market, and then you have more competition. The prices will go up a lot more than it has been in the past few years, and then you're not gonna get the deal because right now
Sure.
we're getting great deals.
The deals.
Great deals. In summary, people, do your research and due diligence out there. Find your team, find your market. One thing I have to say: be careful out there.
Yes. It reminds me of, was it the Latin saying, caveat emptor, buyer beware?
Yeah, caveat.
Yeah, you have to be careful. You just can't, got to read between the lines. You can't take it on surface value.
Absolutely. If you guys out there watching, if you see any value whatsoever from this very unique presentation, then just like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and comment below what you think about my presentation. Please comment. And also subscribe to my website, become an insider, become a free member of our network by putting your email on the body of this video on my website. sign up for our email newsletter so you get a free email newsletter, free real estate education, real estate investment opportunities coming to your email inbox on a daily basis. Thank you so much, Julie, for co-presenting. I'll see you guys for the next video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.